Welcome back to some more Umineko When They Cry. So where we last left off, the the conversation of the older adults got wrapped up with Eva accepting the challenge of solving the witch's epitaph, then learning the Hempel's Raven. I think I got it right, and the contrapositives and such. I think the last part I had uploaded was a kind of sloppy on my end. So, things first. The first episode, Battler was suspecting one of the 18, um, as a way of his own scapegoat, but later episode he retracts it, uh, the previous statement, and says there's got to be a 19th person somewhere on this island. And here in the second episode, Beatrice makes statements that are truly read as in making up the part of the rule, and then the only way for Battler to do it is to counteract the argument by saying, making her say things in red. And even if he tries to like find some sort of excuses, like they're saying like hidden doors and such, he was going to say it repeatedly, no matter what. This one right here is kind of a little bit complicated. It might take me a bit of a while to understand the Hempel's Raven and such. Even though like one of the characters did say this whole cookie in a box analogy is like, well, it had me confused to even like comprehend it. I don't know. I'm a terrible reader. I should say that. Alright, let's continue. I see. Hempel's Raven. So this is a countering technique. Wait, if I really think about it, this counter is really disadvantaged. This counter is really disadvantaged. This isn't a cookie we're talking about. If I imagine that the loser treasure chest actually has a bomb in it, it gets even clearer. And there aren't just 2 treasure chests, but 18 plus 1 more for the 19th person. If you think of it as a total of 19 boxes, it gets even easier to picture. First off, one of the premises of the human culprit theory is that the bomb will definitely be in one of these boxes. I didn't want to place the bomb in the boxes for any of the 18, so I used the devil's fruit and created the 19th person box so I could throw the bomb in there. That much was fine, but then Beatrice struck back. Now if the contents of the 19th person box are empty, that'll automatically mean that the bomb's in one of the other 18 boxes. Well, now you made the odds now you got a small chance then. Like, this ain't no 50-50 chance. Now it's like 5%. You're just playing fucking gotcha at this point. I'm pretty sure I kind of made that some dumb example, but still. But the bomb's in one of the other 18 boxes. If I could examine what's inside all 18 of those boxes, then as long as I can show that the bomb isn't in any of them, I'll be able to safely show that the 18 are innocent. If that were possible, I'd have nothing to fear. However, in reality, that'll be almost absolutely impossible. The police wouldn't come here in this typhoon. Yeah, because Beatrice says she's gonna shut it off by making this Rokenjima as a dimension, as a realm. The police wouldn't come here in this typhoon. We don't have access to scientific investigations or experts or anything. In short, we can't prove anything decisively. It'll be impossible for me to find any proof other than simply gulping down whatever alibis each of the 18 give. That means I personally have to prove their innocence, and I have to do it perfectly. Like by staying with them the whole time, never letting them from my sight for a second. By doing that, I could probably be sure of that person's innocence. Sure that the bomb isn't in their box. However, in practical terms, that'll be impossible. In other words, I'd have to expend an incredible effort just to check the contents of one box. There are 18 of them. In other words, unless I bound all 18 of them in chains and watch over them, it'll be impossible to prove that all of them have empty boxes. Yeah, because there's 18 that are living in the broken Jima. How are you supposed to keep watch? However, Beato only has to open one box, the 19th person box, and show that it's empty to prove that it bombs one of the other 18 boxes. Furthermore, there's no need for her to show which of the 18 boxes has the bomb. I've got 18 times more work to do to explain my pet theory than Beatrice does for her. Yeah, you got a lot of shit to clean up.
世の中には悪魔の証明がそうであるように、反論に膨大な手間がかかり、事実上不可能であるケースが少なくない。しかし、ヘンペルのカラスはその問題を逆手に取り、容易に実証することを可能とする。
I mean, more easy for you because you now made this new rule yourself, but for Balor, he's got a lot of work. He's gonna get on that grind.
ヘンペルのカラスを使えば、さまざまな暴論が実証可能なのです。例えば、私以外の人間イコール愚かであるという命題があったとします。これを証明するには本来、私を除く全人類を調べ、愚かであることを証明しなければなりません。しかし、何十億人も調べるなど、現実には不可能でしょう。
I mean, it's impossible to investigate every human being out there because, not all of them are foolish.
バトラ様の18箱を開ける手間と全く同じです。
しかしヘンペルのカラスならば、その命題は待遇的にこう変換される。つまり、私以外の人間イコール愚かであるをそなた風に言うならば、チェス盤をひっくり返し、愚かではないイコール私として証明してもよいということだ。
That is by a small margin, DBH.
つまりどういうことだと思う？わらわが聡明であるという事実を知るだけで、全人類は愚かであることの何十億人分もの証明が直ちに終了してしまうわけだ。全人類がわらわよりも愚かであることをわずか1秒もかけずに証明終了できる。
Damn, I feel a little bit called out here.
世界最強最速の QED。
QED?
これぞヘンペルのカラス。
なんつう暴論だよ。これはとてもとても便利な一手ですよ。悪魔どころか神々も好む一手です。
Yeah, but Ronald, you're a demon, and Beatrice is not even a god. He's a witch.
幸福であるイコール神のしもべを命題とするとき、待遇は神のしもべでない人間イコール幸福であってはいけないとなります。
Wow.
つまり神のしもべがその加護によって幸福であることを実証するためには、
I mean, Will the propose be that people are smart equals ones that go to school, and the contrapositive means is a human that is not smart equals not uneducated? I probably made a really bad example. In order to prove that servants of the gods are blessed with divine protection.
その加護を受けぬ人々が不幸であることを実証すればいいわけです。そして彼らは
By bringing misfortune down upon those who don't believe in them.
自らの神を信じない人々を不幸に突き落とすことで自らの幸福を実証する。
人に幸福を与えるには莫大なコストがかかる。しかし人を不幸にするのに必要なコストははるかに安上がりだ。つまりヘンペルのカラスを使えば神々は実に低コストで信者に加護の喜びを与えられるわけよ。
The joy of divine protection for cheap? Like a good deal? I don't know. I guess some people out there say it's a good deal.
悪魔だ。悪魔の理論だ。めちゃくちゃだ。
話がそれてしまったようだな。そろそろ話を戻そうぞ。わらわの反撃の一手は以上だ。そなたの19人目が犯人だから18人は無実で魔女も存在しないへの反撃は、ならば19人目が犯人でないことを証明できたら18人か魔女のどちらかが犯人ということで確定するぞとの確認だ。
For a while, I just stood there, shocked, completely forgetting to close my mouth. Just when I thought I countered one of their strong points, their counterattack had been this reckless argument that I couldn't possibly have anticipated. Is this gonna be impossible after all? Surely there's gotta be a way. To continue denying the witch on an island with no more than 18 people, and still believe in the innocence of those 18 people. Is that just a delusion? Am I just trying to escape reality? Not yet. Don't give up this desperate struggle yet. Who cares about whoever's Raven? They're just trying to confuse me by bringing up weird bits of trivia. I use the devil's proof. Don't feel uncertain about something you've used once. Believe in the spear you've drawn, and then forcefully gouge it in.
まだまだ序盤だぞ。この程度で長考するつもりか？
No words.
いや待て、確認するぞ。
Oh, wait. He's like, wait. He's got a light bulb on top of his head.
確かに俺は、わかりやすく19人目という言い方をしたが、悪魔の証明によって18人以上人間を増やせるなら、それは10人いるか100人いるかもわからない。不特定多数ということだ。お前が想定する人数より常に一人多い。
There's always one more than you assume.
わかるか？
Yeah? they countered my twisted logic with something even more twisted. So the only thing that could counter that would be even crazier, twisted logic.
うん、なるほど。わらわが19人目のアリバイを何らかの方法で証明したとしても、その瞬間にそなたは20人目を生み出し犯人だと主張する。これを無限に繰り返すことによって、わらわは永遠に彼らのアリバイの証明が終えられないというわけか。なるほどなるほど。さながらイナゴの大群を呼び出す魔王よな。
That sounds awful.
さすがは金蔵の孫よ。召喚術の才能には恵まれていると見える。
つまり18人以外の存在 X は常にアリバイを証明することが不可能なんだ。どうだベアト。ヘリクス合戦だと分かれば俺も負けねえぜ。
We'll see. We'll see how you do. I'm just watching. I'm just watching in the back, just eating my popcorn, drinking my coffee, while you two go at it.
愚かしいぞ。わらわを誰と心得る。わらわこそは無限の魔女。そのわらわに無限にて挑むとは片払いたいわ。無限を操ることはつまり無限を殺すこともできるということ。
Well, that is true. You said that you make up the rules by you can kill all of them on an endless loop. So even if we endlessly challenge you.
わらわが19人目を切れば、そなたは20人目を呼び、20人目を切れば21人目を呼び、21人目を切れば22人目を切れば、23人目を呼び34人目を呼び、6計4358兆2235億7967万3204人目を呼び、
Man, that twisted numbering. Oh man, Battler. You sure got in a big army there. Oh.
わらわを永遠に翻弄で生きるとでも？
Oh, Beatrice, you got me there with that 64358223579673204. Jesus, I mean.
無限交代とは笑わせる。
Infinity.
わらわに無限は通じぬわ。
ほう。ならばどうやってこの俺の無限を殺すんだよ。見せてみろよ。
わらわには真実を赤で語る力があろうが。
Oh no. Not that. Not stating facts in red. Speaking the truth in red. Like, oh!
来やがったな。
わらわが赤で語るとき、そこには一切の幻想がない。わらわがこの島には100人しかいないと一言赤で語れば、 そなたにはもはや101人目を生み出すことはかなわぬのだ。ほーらバトラ、今度はどんな真実を赤で語ってみせようか。どんな拠り所を叩き切ってそなたを絶望に突き落としてやろうか。そら、いつもの怯えた顔を見せてみるがいい。
I don't even want to. Not with that face. Oh boy. Oh, wait. No words. Oh, wait. What is he doing?
なに？そなた、笑うか。
I wonder what kind of creepy look I had on my face as I laughed right then. That red sure is scary. Every time it jumps out, I'm driven into the depths of hope. But I've already realized something. There's no need to be overly afraid of the red.
また抜きやがったな。殿下の宝刀だ。
I don't think he's afraid of the red because I'm pretty sure he already learned on how to deal with the red.
それで
Surely.
今度はベアトリーチェ様は何をどう赤で語ってくださるってんだ？
ほう。それはどういう意味か。急に余裕を見せよって。
悪いが、その真っ赤な宝刀は俺も抜いてくれるのを待ってたんだ。さて、お前は今度は何を赤で宣言してくれるんだ？犯人は18人の中にいるとでも言ってくれるのか？言っとくが、そいつは自爆だぜ。その時点で、お前は魔女説を自ら捨てたも同然。まさに盗猟だ。
That's true. Yeah, it'll give it throwing away your own answer. That's right. The red wasn't always a weapon that worked in Beatrice's favor alone. It was the other way around. If she used it the wrong way, it was dangerous enough that she could bring about her own death.
確かに俺にとっても。
If she used it carelessly and said something that ended up denying herself, that'd be exactly the same as self.
18人の中に犯人がいると赤で言われることは受け入れたくない悲しい事実さ。たとえ誰が犯人であっても俺はきっと辛い気持ちになるだろうぜ。
That'll be rough. Exactly.
だがそれはそれ以前にお前の敗北も意味する。人間が犯人だとお前が赤で語ることはお前の盗猟宣言にも等しい。お前が俺と差し違えても相打ちにしたいってんならそれも面白い一手だろうぜ。
To strike a blow so badly you're prepared to die at the same time. Yeah. A little bit of a glass cannon right there.
だがこの勝負は俺の勝ちで終わる。
Beatrice's red was her true trump card. I don't know why it didn't make that clash noise there. When that person speaks in red, it's definitely the truth, and no amount of proof or counter arguments can change that. Until now, he's used that to severely wound me, and each time, the tiny foundation supporting my heart gets split in half. However, if she uses it carelessly, then I can also glean a little information about the truth. In the last game, I used that to my advantage, especially during the chapel's closed room trick, and almost completely got her boxed in at one point. But she was pretty sly herself. She learned from the experience, and since then, she started using discretion in the timing of her read. This feeling of tension was almost literally like a battle with real swords. This is a high level intellectual battle. No, not an intellectual battle. This really is twisted logic. This was the world's craziest and worst battle of twisted logic.
さあ、今度はお前の出番だぜ。そうさ。お前のヘンペルのカラスを使うには、まず、18人以外に何人の人間がいるのかを赤で確定させる必要がある。その上で、それらの人間について、さらに赤で犯人でないことを宣言したならば、なるほど。こいつは俺にとって致命傷になるだろうぜ。
あれほど怯えていた赤を、もはやみじんも怯えぬとはな。たくましいやつよ。
抜いてみろよ。殿下の宝刀。バッサリ決まって、今度こそ俺を屈服できるかもしれねえぜ。
面白い。こうでなくてはな。
She sure looks a little irritated there. Agitate her, challenge her, drive her into a corner to make her speak in red. Of course, her red's always wiping out my only rays of hope, but don't be afraid of that. On this island, overcome with falsehoods and illusions, the only thing I can trust is the information she speaks in red. It's my only way to cross the chasm of hell. Just a single tightrope. Her merciless blood-red blade is the only way I can survive. This isn't just walking on a tightrope. It's like literally walking on the edge of a lake. Of course I'm afraid, because my victory condition is the denial of witches. Then, to use her contrapositive logic, the culprit must be human. But I didn't want to search for a culprit at the mid-day 18. That's what made me stick to a weak position, since I had to claim both that it couldn't be a witch and that it couldn't be one of the 18. Last time, I was unable to understand that, so that's where she hit me, leaving me tattered and defeated. But that's okay. Let her hit me. Let her attack. No problem. So the witch saying the truth in red is also a double-edged sword, comparing it to what Badler did. Similarly. That's okay, let her hit me, let her attack, no problem. Someone said it once, in an old sword-fighting movie, that a good fortress has one, and only one, intentionally weak point. The enemy would gather there. They would be lured there, and that would be where the actual battle took place. As long as I understood my weak points, and as long as she wanted to attack those weak points, it was as if I were luring her into launching an attack there. Gauge the distance between us with care, retreating step by step, make them move forward. The more she recklessly flourished with that red, the more chances I would get to strike back. Don't be afraid of the red. Keep her cornered, so that she'll have no choice but to refute me with the red. No matter how oppressively she speaks in red, that's right, That red itself is the same as fresh blood leaking from her wounds.
さあ、どうしたよ。まずはこの島に合計で何人いるのか、赤で語ってもらおうじゃねえか。さもないと、お前のカラスは俺に切り込めないぜ。
破れかぶれがこうもやりにくいとは。捨て身というやつはいつの時代も侮れんな。やはり金蔵の孫か。追い詰められれば追い詰められるほどに不敵。
Ronald cleared his throat.
膠着しましたね。せっかくの紅茶も冷めてしまいますよ、お嬢様。
Even though, despite being a stalemate, now the tea is getting cold. I can't tell the look on Beatrice's face, though. Is either she wants to have some tea or really before it gets really cold, or she just call it a draw. Renov, who was supposed to be her ally, roguishly rushed her into making her next move. Beato probably thought she'd managed to smile back and appear confident, but she couldn't hide the sweat building up on her forehead. By now, she had completely lost the confident feeling that had allowed her to turn her nose up at her worthless opponent. Of course, she probably wouldn't be cornered by something like this. She's just being cautious. Until now, I've been inexperienced. I didn't know how to fight, and I wasn't strong enough to be her opponent. However, now that we've reached the third game, she's realized that I'm starting to become more skilled. And she's grown more cautious, thinking every move over carefully. Yeah, even though Badler lost the past 2 games, he just, like I said, losing a game means you will learn to how's this thing go? Even though you will lose a game, you will learn what you did wrong so you can win at the next one. Was I was trying to come up. She's growing more cautious, thinking every move over carefully. Sure, that's just fine, Beatrice. Sorry to keep you waiting. Are you happy now?
面白くなってきたぜ。
Balor went from hating the game to enjoying it. Because he's slowly learning.
Batora.
You can see the sweat on Beatrice, and she's a little irritated.
拉致が開かねえな。なら、ズバッと気持ちよく、いつものやつで行こうじゃねえか。
ほう。
Oh.
いつものやつとな。ならば頼もうではないか。あれを聞かぬと、やはり始まった気がせぬわ。
The first move was mine.
行くぜ、ベアト。副将要求。この島には18人しかいない。
No words.
こいつを赤で言われちまったら、俺は18人の誰かを疑わざるを得ない。19人目の仕業にはもうできず、八方塞がりさ。だが、俺は18人の中に犯人が絶対にいないと信じてる。あんな残酷な殺人を18人の誰にも起こせるものか。
No words. Wait. I'm not sure if that's gonna work, Valor.
繰り返すぞ。副将要求。
Shoyoku.
この島には18人しかいない。
拒否する。
You refuse?
理由は明かさない。
Phew. I'd avoided what would have been the worst dread for me. If she'd repeated that, I'd be faced with those two worst choices of accepting the witch or suspecting one of the 18. Like last time, all over again. But Beato hadn't proclaimed my ultimate and greatest weakness in red. She refused to repeat it, even though there was no reason for her not to strike. Even though it was a weakness he should have been drooling at. He hadn't sliced me up with red by using that move, which should have been as good as forking through Rook and the King. This was a big sign of my advantage. That's right, the culprit isn't one of the 18. I won't suspect anyone. And since the culprit isn't a witch either, it means a 19th person exists on this island. And that's you. A person who, as grandfather's mistress of 30 years, has been secretly living in a hidden mansion in the forest for a long, long time. The human Beatrice.
そうさ。お前は魔女なんかじゃない。この島に何十年も隠れ住んできた。ただの人間なんだ。
1000年を経た無限の魔女のわらわをただの人間呼ばわりしたか。
Her cackling makes it sound like she's a little bit of, she thinks it's a joke, or she's offended over this, as it's even like, it's close to being real. For a while, Beatrice continued to laugh unpleasantly and gloatingly, or maybe spitefully.
いいか、続けるぜ。続けて副将要求。この島には19人以上がいる。
Welcome back, there was some background interruption, as usual. So, where we last left off, I mean, where we really put off right there was Valor was like convincing them right in the middle of the this little argument tactic of Valor's trying to convince her to say things in red. So that's one way for him to win right there. Oh, continue.
この島には19人以上がいる。
Oh yeah, gonna fix the little music audio right there. There we go. No words. Beatrice fell silent once again. She'd probably remain extremely cautious, as long as confirming the number of humans on this island might give her some large disadvantage. Depending on the situation, the red has already become a foothold for my counterattack. Now that we know this, it makes the red very risky for the witch. But if she couldn't repeat this, her temple's raven wouldn't be effective. To break my devil's fruit, you would need to settle the existence and number of people outside the 18 in red. That's right. You couldn't break the existence of a 19th person unless you used red. I've closed the Beato in, giving her no choice but to speak in red. There really was a way to fight in this witch's game.
拒否してもいいんだぜ。お前が赤で言えないなら、この島の合計人数は18プラス X ってことになる。
18 plus X something.
この X は初手で許すには相当でかい大駒だぜ。何しろ以後18人の誰にも不可能だったという根拠のトリックは全て18人以外の人間 X で説明可能になる。全員アリバイ系の密室を全て打ち破れる大駒だ。
It was just like how a chess bishop can cut a thin line through enemy forces as long as there's a slight gap. It can only be effectively used on squares of the same color, but it was very good at controlling territory on the board. No words. Beatrice is just... She's trying so hard right there. It looked like Beato also noticed her current plight. You couldn't just let such an important piece go, especially this close to the beginning of the game. If she pulled out her red treasured sword, it wouldn't be that difficult to save her something from this. But Beato was completely aware that I was expecting. Why do I keep stumbling? He was afraid that a careless red truth might end up strangling her own neck. Because, in the first place, a witch is something that ought to be denied in red. Believe, don't doubt, witches don't exist. Something like that couldn't exist in this world. There can only exist in the valley. They can only exist in the valleys between truth. They have a fragile existence curled up in these cracks, frantically trying to protect themselves from the brutal winds of truth. And they can only barely exist like a mirage by surviving on falsehoods and illusions. In other words, the red, which only witches can use, is the reality that might easily deny their very being. The more they brandish their red word, the more they begin to lose bit by bit that crack in truth inside which they can endure. To lose bit by bit that crack in truth inside which they can endure. That's why they don't want to use red word and carelessly lose that crack in truth. Oh my goodness. This is not a good time to resume, especially when I'm a bit half tired. At a different time like this. That's why they don't want to use red words and carelessly lose that crack in truth, which is based on fuzzy information, or illusion, in other words. That's because they understand that they're gradually being cornered. Of course, that bastard will never admit it, because if she did, it'd be the same as admitting that she's something that can't exist in this world, like an imaginary number. Don't be afraid. Stay strong. I know that she's the one who's really been pierced to the bone. After all, her red treasured sword can't be used without a lot of preparation.
どうしたよ。繰り返すぜ。副将要計。
Okay.
この島には19人以上がいる。
No words.
拒否する。
But How can you refuse after after so much hesitation? At the end of Beato's worry, she took a single deep breath and quietly announced her refusal. I thought she'd use it, but Beato refused to speak in red, even though it would cost her victory in the opening part of the game.
拒否したな。ということは今後、俺は18人以外の架空人物 X を何人でも使い放題ってことになるぜ。
He can create as many fictional character X's outside of the 18 as he wants.
好きにするがよい。
You mean to tell me that Battler can summon?
わらわはそなたの復唱を拒否した。
That is wild.
今はそれで十分である。
I would love to see this.
拒否の理由は
Is what?
いや、今はまだ明かさない。
Oh, way to ruin the system. I was gonna get to the suspension, but I guess not.
いずれすぐにわかる。
When I say suspension, I mean the suspense to it.
もったいぶりやがってよ。
あえて使わぬ赤もまた赤らしい使い方よ。そなたは赤き宝刀と呼んだな。愉快な例えよ。
It is a pretty amusing.
わらわも使おう。宝刀は抜かぬうちが花よ。むしろ抜かぬことによって醸せる畏怖というものもある。
そうだな。俺はお前がいつ赤でひっくり返してくるか常に念頭に置いて戦わなければならない。こいつはえれえプレッシャーだ。それに副将を拒否される方が辛い場合もある。何しろ俺の読みが正しいから拒否できないのか、ミスリードにはまって泳がされてるのか区別がつかないからな。そういう意味ではなるほど抜かずの宝刀ってわけだ。
なあ、同じ突き落とすなら少しでも高いところに行かせてからに限る。まだ始まったばかり。まだまだな。この勝負は今はわらわがリザインする。
Wow, that early?
淡き勝利に今は酔え。
Go and get drunk on your faint victory for now.
今はな。
But only. Oh wow. Well then. I guess I gotta give Valor credit for what's due, right? Practically speaking, the early part of the game ended with her being a sore loser. Even so, I couldn't relax my guard at all. That tension didn't fade one bit until I was greeted by the sound of Winolf's applause.
お見事です、バトラ様。まずは序盤はバトラ様有利の展開でスタートというところでしょうか。
さあな。
Yeah, well, who knows?
この駒が俺の手でもぎ取ったものなのか取るよう誘導されたものかはまだわからねえな。どうせお前のことだ。俺が罠にはまり始めてるのを知ってて白々しく拍手をしてるんだろ。
まさか。
He's like, nah, why would you say that?
序盤とはいえ、お嬢様より一本を奪った手腕を純粋に祝福いたしております。
Why am I getting this feeling that you kind of... Why am I getting this feeling that this is some assisted win right there?
何しろお嬢様はすぐ増長するお方。
You're not wrong.
たまにはこのような刺激も良い薬かと思いますよ。
Yeah. encouragement, good medicine, more like morale.
お前んとこの執事、ほんと口悪いな。
He does. It's kind of butlers are freaking savage.
であろう？たまにわらわでもカチンとくるぞ。
それは大変に失礼いたしました。さあさあ、お嬢様にバトラ様、紅茶のおかわりはいかがですかな。まだゲームは始まったばかりでございます。ゲームを彩るお茶とお菓子はどうかこの私めにお任せを。
What do you mean the game's still barely begun? Hasn't the game already begun? Like it I'm pretty sure over 40 minutes in there, it felt like the game was like it's like warming up the heat.
どうぞお気兼ねなくゲームをお進めになってください。
そうさせてもらう。先を進めるぜ。これからが本番だ。
よかろう。時計を進めようではないか。ロノウェ、紅茶を頼む。
かしこまりました。クッキーはい
らぬ。
She's like, no.
ベルゼブブにあれば喜ぼう。しばし沈黙せよ。
While listening to the sound of the demon butler pouring tea, the witch closed her eyes slightly, fell silent. For some time, she was deeply lost in thought, but eventually a roguish glint came into her eyes.
よかろう。
The heck?
わらわがどうして初手にて赤で語るのを拒否したのか、今より分からせてやろうぞ。
何？
I'm very curious.
上等じゃねえかよ。お手並み拝見と行くぜ。
I'm scared.
やはり見逃すには惜しい大駒よ。拙速かもしれぬが動かせてもらおう。赤は使わぬが、今よりそれをわらわに代わってローザが説明する。
What does Rosa have to do with anything?
聞くがよい。
What? I'm confused.
もちろん私も同意よ。ローザもそうでしょ？ローザ？
ごめんなさい。私も同じよ。同意するわ。
どうしたんや、ローザさん。あんたさっきからずいぶんおとなしいな。
I'm really curious why Rosa's like this.
体調でも悪いんとちゃうか？
From the beginning, Rosa had never been one to cut in on the siblings' fight, but even so, she seemed unmotivated, and she said almost nothing during this night's conference. The whole time, she had hung her head and appeared to be thinking of something else.
あんたさっきからぼんやりしてるわよ。そんなので遺産が守れると思ってるの？あんたも一児の母なんだから、もっとしっかりなさいよ。
What the fuck? Well, here's the thing though. What the fuck she's gonna do with the inheritance in it then, other than take care of her own family and her own self? Like, yeah.
ごめんなさい。
朝がだいぶ早かったんじゃないかね。体調が悪いなら無理をしない方がいいだろう。
the look on his face. This man was like, man, why don't you just be dismissed and get some rest?
客室にベッドの用意がありますよ。お休みになってはいかがですか？
That's exactly what I said.
ご案内しますよ。
いえ、大丈夫です。ありがとう。
どうしたんだ？何か心配事でもあるのか？
いえ、別に。
She's just saying no, but the look on your face, you must have something. You must have done something.
そう？さっきからずっと心ここにあらずという感じよ。そしてそれは今私たちがしている議題と何か関係があるんじゃないかしら。
Those words, everyone stared at Rosa together. As if in response, Rosa's shoulder quivered. Apparently, Kyrie's guess hadn't been wrong. Rosa couldn't deny it either.
いえ、
No, it's just, what? Why are you just hesitating? You must have made it sound like you committed a crime that you don't want to you don't want to confess. You're just sitting all the way in the dining room in the corner, just like minding your own business. But all of a sudden, everyone just like quickly turn around and be like, "The fuck is your problem?" She swallowed whatever it was she had been trying to say and went silent again. Of course, the other siblings also began to realize that something about her appearance was different from usual.
どうしたんだ？
See the look on Rudolph's face. It's like I feel the same way.
さっきからおかしいぞ。何か思うことでもあるのか？
And Rosa, I sometimes don't like you from the last episode, some occasions, but you're being weird.
わしら全員で団結しようって誓い合ったばかりやないか。一人で悩むなんて水臭い話やで。話したってな。
ローザ、話しなさい。
What is up with your face? It's like, tell us. The men pressed her one after the other. Rosa confessed resignedly and nervously. The atmosphere made it seem as though she was confessing to some modest prank, which had inadvertently brought about a serious situation.
いえ、ベアトリーチェっていうお父様の愛人って
Yeah?
本当に生きてるのかしらって思って。
Why would you wonder about it at a time like this?
はあ？そりゃ生きてるに決まってるでしょう。こうして手紙を送ってくるぐらいだもの。
Yeah, but what if it was someone else?
元気かどうかは別の問題だろうけどな。肖像画の美女も今じゃきっといいお年だろうぜ。
That's what she says.
元気やと思うで。金のことで悪知恵働くやつは決まっていくつになっても元気や。
How do you what is you make it sound like you know her even though you never met her before. What?
案外悪巧みは最高の回春剤かもしらへんで。
Good one.
生きてるはずないの。
What do you mean?
今なんて？
ベアトリーチェは死んでるのよ。私が殺した。
The fuck? What? How? How the fuck do you kill her?
なんだって
That's exactly what I'm trying to figure out. How the fuck can Rosa kill her?
どういうことよ、ローザ。
That's-
でも私が殺したわけじゃ。でも私があんなところに連れ出したから。
I'm so confused.
やっぱり私が殺したのよ。
Oh no. You'd have to be. You're either. I don't know. I don't know about Rosa. He's either I want to hate her. Okay. Here's the thing though. I either want to hate Rosa, or I don't like her to where she's just lying. But nah, that is some bogus. How the hell is the youngest sibling of the Ushinomiya family go out of her way to murder someone? In the last episode, I know she had a gun, but still.
あれは夢だと思い込もうとしたのよ。でもやっぱりあれは夢じゃなかったのよ。だからこれはベアトリチェの俺からの手紙なのよ。
What? So you murdered Beatrice? Now the letter from her spirit is gonna haunt everyone? That's the consequence? I'm so speechless. You know what? I don't know what's going on. You know what? 20. The additional 23 minutes in is like, even though I did stumble upon the reading, it was like, the very end, and I'm like, what? How the fuck do you kill the Golden Witch? Or the quote unquote. Oh, you know, anyway, I'm gonna end it from here. So next part. Let's see if Rosa can explain her story. So, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.